Okay, Whisper Rocks up here was found in 1941 by Myron Dunlavy Jr. He was the owner's son, and he had noticed that in the wintertime all the snow would melt off the sides of the sinkhole. So he knew air coming up out of the cave would still be warm enough, about 50 degrees, to melt the snow. So the next summer he started to dig down through the bottom of it. It took him about 3 summers worth of work to actually get into the cave, and he was only 19 years old when he first crawled inside. The entrance we're going through wasn't put in until the early 1960s when they finally opened the cave to the public.
Now, does the original family still own any part of the caves, or is it still family run? Or
it is still family run.
Okay.
The original owners of the property only ran the cave for 1 year. In 1932, Myron Dunlavy Sr. from Buffalo, New York, began leasing the cave. He bought it in 1937.
Okay.
And it's been his family since then.
Okay.
Actually a third generation family business.
Okay. Oh, keys.
You guys are gonna feel so good going into the cave today.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Oh. Feels wonderful.
Doesn't it? Oh. Doesn't it? Like, oh.
These are cave crickets.
Uh-huh. Cool.
Right there.
Those are some big crickets.
So, yes, they are. And if you would just pull the door shut behind you when you come in.
Oh, that feels so good. Oh.
Just the two of you?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, my tour. I'm going to show you the brachiopod. Once you've had a good look at it, you may go ahead and move.
Right when you are.
Okay. This room is called the tool room. This is where they kept all of their equipment when they were first developing the cave. There are some gorgeous formations in here. Up on the ceiling, we have lots of soda straws and stalactites. Soda straws are the really skinny ones that are hollow inside, just like a straw. Stalactites are more carrot-shaped. Now, the stalactites in this cave are a little bit different. You'll notice that they're curved or bent, called deflected stalactites, probably caused by air currents blowing the drop of water off at an angle. Water dripping from the ceiling deposited minerals on the floor. As they build up, they form stalagmites growing up from the ground. There are flowstone formations coming over the walls. They look almost like frozen waterfalls. And then up here on the edge, we have cave bacon, which looks like bacon, and cave popcorn over here along the wall. I think early cave explorers must have been very hungry because everything ended up named after food. And you can walk down in there and take a look if you want. Just watch your step there.
Oh, that is so cool. You got the actual... Now, when two of them connect, they call that what?
What?
When a stalagmite and when they both connect from the ground to the floor.
When they connect, they're called columns.
Columns. Okay, right.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Which you have a lot of them that are almost to that point now. Huh. Cool. That is awesome. That is awesome. Very cool. That's cool. Well, we're coming. Oh. And this is amazing because this right here is just under the earth by about 6 feet, 7 feet, right?
Yes.
The fact that it had been, I mean, you know, it's...
Watch your step.
Yep, okay.
Well, you're about 100 feet down.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay.
This is the tunnel that leads into the new section of Whisper Rocks. That was just discovered in 2005. This was full of clay that they had to dig out to get into another open area like what we are standing in.
Okay.
But So far, I think it's only 17 or 18 people have actually seen it in person, and that number isn't likely to grow much beyond that. Right here beside me, we have what's called the pipe organ. We used to have a little wooden mallet, tap on the draperies, and it makes different musical notes. But it started to mark up the sides, and we were afraid it might actually break. So we haven't played it in a number of years. And we're going to come around the turn. And here you're going to see one of my favorite views of the cave. It's just absolutely beautiful up through here.
Take the time. Whew, that is sweet. Oh, you could live in here.
Really neat.
Now, one time there. Oh, look, that is so cool. Look at that is so neat. All the design work, you know, all made by. That's cool. I love it. So, how long do you work here?
I've worked here for 15 years.
Wow. Since you were a kid, huh? So you're still a kid.
Not quite a kid, but.
Okay. You're a kid. Oh, that is neat. I mean, it just amazes me what I tell people. Yeah, I've been pushing backyard vacations here in Pennsylvania. How many people live Johnstown, Altoona, Huntington, and they've never been here?
Right.
Think about that,
And
okay? I mean,
it's something that I've heard from people ever since I started working here. Is, you know, oh, I drove past that every day for 20 years and I never stopped.
Right.
You know, and you know, so they.
You always need to see an advertisement.
You know,
nobody paid any
yeah,
attention.
but because it's right here, nobody says, you know, let's go see that, or they say, oh, we'll do that sometime. It's so close, and then they never get here. So that's something I've heard frequently from visitors. Right here in this section, you can see some of the evidence of how the caves formed. It's kind of hard to imagine, but at one time this was a narrow little crack. Water moving through here with carbonic acid in, same thing that makes our soda fizz, is what wore away the sides of the caves and wore away the limestone. If you look up on the ceiling, you'll see the groove where the top of that water flowed through. And as you look down the walls in this cave, you can see very distinctly where the water levels were. This is called a lap siding effect and is caused by faster moving water. Another indicator of fast moving water are these tiny little indentations. Those are called scallops. The smaller the scallop, the faster the water was moving. The larger the scallop, the slower it was moving. And these do indicate rapidly moving water through here at several points of time. Now you don't see this when you go down to Lincoln Caverns because that water had very slow, almost trickling moving water, creating that cave. You can also see up here on the ceiling, there are some round white bulbs. These are called cave turnips or cave marshmallows. They only grow through this one short section of the upside down riverbed. So very unusual. Now, we do ask, and I forgot to mention it before we came in, that you don't touch anything because some things can break easily, but even the oils on our hands will stop the growth of the formations if they build up on them from time. So that's, watch your step here. The two red lights are the twin columns. And back here where that light is shining at the top, that's where Myron Dunlavy Jr. crawled into the cave from the sinkhole outside.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cool.
And in 1946, the National Theological Society held their Easter morning Sunday service in here. They all came in the same way he did, through that hole. And that was their first meeting after the start of World War II.
Wow.
So you can walk up there and take a look. We're down at the Giant's Castle. Let me know if you have any questions.
Okay.
Wow.
Go ahead, you go down and take a look. Yeah, I'm impressed. I just wish more people could just, stop for a minute and just. Now, how is this different from Lincoln Caverns then, up here?
And then the water with the carbonic acid in is what created the caves we're walking through. And notice in this cave that you don't see those nice straight lines like we
Right.
saw in Whisper Rocks. In here, everything has more curved, softer edges, and that's more typical of most caves, because most caves were formed from slowly moving or barely moving water. And sounds like there's a tour right up in front of us. We might go a little bit backwards here.
Okay.
We might be able to sneak past the tour if we go this way.
Okay. Now, was this all cut up by the original owner too? These passageways, these all dug out?
No, these were all, for the most part, open.
Oh, they were?
Like this.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow.
We're just gonna
They were all open.
step over here. Oh. You can just step over here to the side. We're gonna let
Okay, let them go, okay.
Ariel and her group go past us.
Okay, what's going on?
This is our wishing well. Just watch your step here.
I like the thermometer, that is so neat. You know? That is neat, I like that, that's cool.
And if you want to walk up and take a look, you're welcome to. You can
Okay.
walk up and film out over that if you like.
Okay. The kicker, somebody had to bring concrete into here and do all this stuff. I'm talking, you know?
I'm glad it wasn't me.
I know, wow.
How do I think about that?
Yeah. I mean, they actually did a lot of work here to, it goes higher, okay? Whew. All right. Wow, that is, how high did you say this was?
90 feet long and 40 feet tall.
Ooh. That's huge. That's big.
Yep.
Impressive. I can see the, so that's basically an optical illusion, huh?
In the lobby room.
Here's a pool of water. We're down here pretty deep right now.
Or amusement or something, we fall under the rise of amusements. They come and inspect us as well. Usually in October during our Halloween events. They don't really care about us the rest of the year, but
No, they have to,
Halloween
they
is
have to do
special
it
for
once a
some
year.
reason. Yeah.
As long as they do it once a year.
So,
Ooh.
okay.